Good morning, traders. This is Max Farrell. This is DexFXCopy.com, and you're on the DexFX Copy update. Today's update, today's date's the 17th of January, 1/17/18, and it's been a tough couple of days as we have been fighting with brokers, fighting with the system, retweaking processes, and of course getting a little frustrated. Now, I've not only, and what sort of consolidates me in a smaller way is that I'm not the only one. I have now talked to 6 other bot makers, if you will, bot testers, other people that are in this industry, and we may all be seeing the same thing because we want to see that there's a major underlying issue. But what it really does come back down to is testing. And it's not because I didn't test. I did test. We did test the process. We test Simply Forex. We tested hundreds and hundreds of variables. And in back testing, you're only as good as the data that they allow you to have. No matter what broker you grab your data from, whether from MetaTrader 4 or from third-party resources or what have you, any strategy is only good as the data. And as I began to find out, MetaTrader and a few other strategy testing processes and platforms are flawed. That's right, flawed. Now, I'm not saying that they're flawed to where we can't make something happen. We are. But let's get that bad news off the table here. Let's talk about what's going to happen. The Simply Forex program, okay, there's 3 programs that we have right now that are running. Okay, Simply Forex, and this is the EA that's running right now. I haven't personally traded for about a week. There's no way in my mental frame that I'd be able to trade effectively with everything that's been going on. Secondly, the other one that we have on is, we call it the Grinch. Okay, this is based off a Rob Booker bot. Remember, I am not just a bot builder. I'm a bot tester. I buy a bot and I test it out all 7 ways a Sunday to find the proper variables. I think we found some pretty good variables on the Grinch, and we'll talk about that here in a second. And also the Odin. Now, recently, I just switched the Simply Forex version 1, V1, to V1 with a mod, and it's called -2, okay? So it's version 2, I think it is, version 2 or version 1-2 with the mod 2 on it. Now, what was the mod? The mod is to hide the stop losses and take profits. The Grinch does this in a very unique form, which we don't put a stop loss or a take profit. We put what we call a financial cap, right? Where if it loses, we only want it to lose about 13 pips, okay? And I know that says 1.3 because we're doing a 0.01 micro lot. That's about 13 pips right there, right? So we only want it to lose $1.30. When it wins, we want it to win $2.60 or 26 pips, right? And that seems to be working out pretty decently. Small losses with a little bit bigger gains. The Odin uses a different type of mentality in trading altogether, and it seems to be doing pretty well, and I'll show you what that looks like. But it created, we had to really find the proper, my cartoon names, we had to really find the proper variables. That's what it really does come all back down to, folks, is the variables, okay, is the variables inside the bot programmed for the asset, the time frame, the session, okay, and of course, does it have proper risk to reward? Does it have a stop loss system or take profit network? And if all these variables are set correctly, even just one thing being wrong could mess the whole strategy up. So the idea here is to find what are the right variables, and that's what we've been doing. And you can't just do it in back testing, because you could back test from here to Sunday, and it won't give you all the data in between, like what the weekly success rate is. You could see at the end of 5 months, and I'm going to show you this right now. Here, let me show you this. This is just incredible. Watch this, right? In back testing this system, I'm using a live platform. I don't know if you can see that. See that where it says live? Okay, right up here. Yeah. It says live. Okay, it's a live system, and this is a strategy that I've come up with. Is to test with their live process. And when I do, I'm testing all the variables. See, 1, 2, 3. It takes, just for one pair, right? We just did the USD CHF yesterday, from July to January 15th. You see that? Okay. Right. You see that right in here, right there. Okay. And it tests 1,280 variables. Actually, it's supposed to be testing a full combination of 7,920 variables, but this is what we end up testing out, right? And if you would have seen this over here, it was 2 hours and 14 minutes. We still had 42 minutes left, and I cut it short because we sort of reached to the maximum capacity I felt needed to be for that one. Now, we did that for all 10 pairs. Now, let me show you what that looks like. Right here. Yep. Yay. So here are where we did the 10. No, freezing up on me. Do. It's not freezing up. I'm on that tab. Okay, so this is what the data looks like. The green one is the active run that we're using, and I know that you can see all the different information here, and I really don't care. But I want you to see, when we total this up, what it should be, right? So you're going to see that in 5 months, okay, in 5 months, the system itself, okay, the Euro USD made $680. This is over 5 months using, now in this case, we're using a mini lot. So this isn't a lot of money. It's only about $100 a month. Okay? So you may look at this like, okay, well, the strategy only yields about $100 a month per pair. If I do 10 pairs, I can make $1,000. And you would be correct in thinking that. But what you have to understand is that the process itself, okay, the process itself, if the Euro USD, if you're only going to trade one pair, let's just say you're going to trade just the one pair, and you're going to make $100 a month, and that's if you're using a mini lot. And I know if you're using a micro lot, that's only $10. Holy crap. So you would need to have the other pairs on. But we're in this state of mentality, okay, where I am looking for what? Consistency. And you know what's coming, to add my volume to get to my goal. But I'm never going to get there if I keep tweaking too much. Now, what happened the other day needed to be tweaked. What has to happen now is that the last 5 months of data that we're getting from that system needs to play out for the Simply Forex system. Right? Because here's how most of those pairs look like. Because when we test, we get the information and we look at, say, $683 for the 5 months, right? But what we don't know is that how did the machine come to this? Well, kind of looks like that, right? Here, I'll show you something. Maybe this can work its way around in the process here. I'm going to grab my Optimize. I'm going to look at this one. This is the USD CHF, $944. I'm going to grab that. I'm going to do a visual test. I'm going to do this right in front of your face. I'm going to hit start. Now it's going to take a second because it's generating data. And here we go. And you can kind of see, here we are off testing. Right? Supersonic fast. It's really still kind of slow. And this is in real time. I'm going to show you this, okay? Because this is what any good programmer worth of salt should be able to do this in his sleep. There's other strategy systems or quantum systems out there that could test faster and figure out better things in there. But this is the way that I do it. And then when I go through and what I'm looking at that $683, or this one $944 for the 5 months, because it's going to test right around from July 20th to current 115. I know that was a couple of days ago. All right, there we go. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here to results. And what I'm looking at is that you can quickly see $13 loss, $14 loss, $12 loss, right? $5 loss, $120, $102 win. Okay? $13 loss, $13 loss, $13 loss. So there's like 30 something dollars, 36, 35, $40, $46, 102 win. $34 win, 103 win. You see? Minus 47, 102. A bunch of tiny little losses, $100. See where this is going? You see? So most people, if you're first starting out, it first kicked out on the 6th of July, because that's how far back we had the data. It had 1, 2, 3, 4 losses in a row. 5 losses in a row. And what we look at as traders is that the moment that happens, you get the 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is a loss, this is a loss, this is a loss, this is a loss. And you're like, no way, this sucks. There's no way that I can live on this money. But then on the 5th, $100 win. Now you would like to think that would continue just to happen. You know, every 5 trades win $100. It doesn't happen that way. Because what does it look like? What does the graph look like? Let's look at it. This is beautiful. I mean, I would really love that it was like something like this, really stupid smooth, right? But it's not. And look at this. In the very beginning, look what happened. It lost. If you had just started out with this bot and went, I don't want this bot now, then you're gonna miss out. Because I don't care who you are, $900 over 5 months is only $100 and something a month, right? And you're like, oh, that's not a lot of money. But that's it. One mini lot. Do a second mini lot. Now this is only prepare. So how much can you make by continually adding volume? This is not about winning the race in a day. You're running a year race. You're not trying to run it in a day. Now what I like about this is that it does have, because remember this is a 5-month period. That you have this chunk in here where it kind of consolidates, kind of goes up and down just a little bit, right? No major super growth till right around here, and it starts to decline. The reports come back, and you look at this and go, holy crap. Consecutive wins 2, consecutive losses 4. You know, how can this happen? You know, maximum drawdown 2%, not too bad. It's a $10,000 account, so that's about $212. If you had a $1,000 account, you probably wouldn't be trading this account like this. But we're talking very low amounts of return, but consistently. And can it consistently do it? The next thing to ask yourself is, am I going to be lower throughout the, is there one thing like a single month, if this is 5.5 months, or 5 months, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just, it's not exact, okay? So please bear with me. You know, I'm up for this month. I'm consolidated for this month. Sort of up for this month, and getting up to this month. You know? So in all actuality, if that was the month, I was higher here and lower here. So what is that for the month? I'm down. But from the main picture of starting, I'm still up. Right? And this is where you got to figure out, where is the money at on what I take out every month. And eventually, you're going to have to be very careful on balance management. And this is just one pair. If you threw all your money on one pair and this is all you traded, this would be your life. Consolidation or small loss compared to where you started. I'm down for the month. Are you getting consistent growth every single month? Overall, you are. So it behooves me when I come in and I need to show people that, you know, it's lost. Okay, so now it's had a couple of wins in there, but it was losing. You know, kind of came in and did its thing, and it got punched in the face. Got punched in the face as soon as it came on a couple of the pairs. But we can't despair. We can't sit down and go, okay, well, we've had 5 losses in a row. What's going on? This is about the big picture. Now, you could choose to be a part of that. Hey, listen, there's like 5 things that most traders do when they begin to lose, right? First, they question, did I do the right thing? Did I mess something up? Is it me? The second thing they do, okay, is it the system? Okay? The third thing they do is they go, well, maybe if I double up. Okay, this is the compromise. The fourth thing they do is they doubt the whole process. So not just the bot, but being in the network at all. And if losing continues, the fifth thing is, what do they do next? They quit. Yeah, big sad face. They quit. So the idea here is, how do we change your mentality once it starts doing the process? Because we don't know what we don't know. When you first start out, okay, you don't know what you don't know is going to happen, right? You're unsure what's happening over here, what's about to happen. And there's no amount of back test that's going to show you what the future is. If it was, I wouldn't be in this business. There'd be no room. Everybody would know the answers. How could you make money? But what we do is we speculate and we prepare. We speculate and then we prepare. Yay, money. Boo, losing money. You get what I'm saying? So the only thing that I can tell you is that you have to prepare yourself mentally for the ride. First thing to do to prepare yourself for the ride is to keep a low risk. Okay? Keep one system going. And if anything, watch the other systems prepare. Don't do the woulda, shoulda, couldas. Oh, I wish I would have went with the Odin, or I should have gone here. Don't worry, because it's going to be around for a while. I'm going to add a few more on from another bot maker that is I can't say is trusting or is more over another, but I can tell you that I like the way that they think on the ghosting of their systems. Okay, so we're going to run the Simply Forex, the Grinch, and the Odin, and we're going to bring on a couple of more. There's 2 other ones that I'm going to add on. And why am I doing this? Why am I not just focusing on the Simply Forex and tweaking it until it's fixed? Well, because it is tweaked to it's fixed. It just needs to run now. And that means that it's going to have to take a month. You folks signed on for an early capture of this. When this is running full bore, it's going to be an extremely profitable process for everybody. And I know that because we'll work with the mentality as we go. As of right now, you all paid about $150. Maybe one of you, 2 of you paid $250. Your money is solid with us because it's paying us to do what we're doing right now. Okay? There are no monthly fees happening for you right now. None. And none will happen. I said this on the update yesterday. None will happen for a very long time. For all of you that are on right now, the only thing that I ask is to create patience. Okay? Is to have this patience with us and work with us. I'm not going to ask you to do a lot of stuff. If it becomes too much for you, then you can close things off. I'll keep your spot in the system, guaranteed. Okay? I'm just asking for you to stick with us. All right? So you see what's happening. You see what's going on. We're going to be really following the Simply Forex system, as well as there's going to be the Odin. I will make them available to you later on this afternoon on what's going to be moved over and put on. But here's one thing I need you all to do. You're going to have to stop. Okay, you're gonna stop following the DexFX 3000 for now. Okay. So you're going to stop the DexFX 3000. This is going to close out all those trades that are open. Okay. Now you could do one of two things right now. Okay. You can continue on with the same trading account you got. Okay. You could do the demo or get a new demo. Right. Get a new demo because this may work on your mentality some, right? Because you're not going to be looking at all the losing traders. If you've already connected it to MyFX book, if you've already done that, maybe you need to make a new MyFX book portfolio account. Okay, don't get a whole brand new one. Just get a new portfolio account. Close the other one out. Get rid of it. Wash it out of your head. Whatever you need to do. Okay. If you need help with any of this, pick up the phone and call me. All right, I'll try to help you through it as much as possible, help give you direction on what to do next. If you have any problems whatsoever, pick up the phone and call me. Don't set a consult. I'm not going to have any consults available in there. I'm doing other stuff for DexTrader as well, and they've got a lot of consults in there. Pick up the phone and call me. If I don't pick up the phone, wait for me to try to call back. If I can't call back, or if you don't hear back from me within 24 hours, call back again. It's unfortunate. I'm not perfect. Okay? I hope this finds you well, because I know that there's a lot of stuff that you want. You all want to be more than in the world of trading and make money. I can tell you that right now. I know that for a fact. I've talked to all of you just about. If I haven't talked to you, pick up the phone and call me. You have the number. Here it is again, 603-369. 6875. Okay, that's the phone number. Yay. All right, so I'll talk to you all soon. You all have a great day. I'm back at it, testing, pushing a lot of other things on board, getting a few things built. And if you have any issues, like I said, pick up the phone and call, and we'll deal with it as we go. All right, have a great day, and as always, trade well.